Hi guys, thank you for joining my channel. I've had a lot of requests on making a tutorial on my most popular tumbler cup, which is going to be the tie-dye tumbler. So today I'm going to show you all of the steps and what you need to make your own tie-dye tumbler cup. Here I will show you all of the paints that you will need to achieve the tie-dye look on your tumbler cup. First things first, you will need a white spray paint. I do use a flat spray paint. I do not use a gloss. It also has primer in it. I feel like it makes a much better base than your stainless steel cup itself. And now to move on to your neon paints. These are what you are going to use to achieve your tie-dye look. I do use the Artist Loft brand. That is the brand that I use for my neon paints. They are super awesome. They have a line of the neon paints here. As you can see, it says neon blue. They actually sell a whole box of every single one of these colors together in the smaller bottles. That's why the purple is smaller. I use the blue, purple, pink, orange, yellow, and green. So like I said before, I do use a white spray paint on my tumbler cup before I do any of my neon painting. I believe it gives it a really nice base for the neon paints to stick to rather than just painting right on the stainless steel. Since it is white, it also makes the neon colors pop much more. Today I will be using a 20-ounce skinny tumbler. It is the Built brand. I got this from my local Walmart. I believe it was $9.99. First things first, before you do anything, you always want to take off your sticker off the bottom of the tumbler. The next thing that you want to do is go ahead and wash your tumbler. You want to go ahead and create a great base for your spray paint to stick to. I usually suggest that you use a Dawn dish soap. Today I only have palm olive, so that is what I will be using. It really doesn't make a difference. The last step that I take before I spray paint my tumbler is I wrap my lid in a grocery bag. I just kind of go like this. I just spin it so that way it just sticks on there really well. And then I just stuff the excess bag in there and I put that right on there so that way the lid and the top rim of the cup don't get spray painted. After placing the plastic bag on my lid, I go ahead and I bring my cup outside. I always spray paint outside or in a well-ventilated area. I go ahead and I put my cup upside down and then I'm ready to start painting. Now we let it dry. Okay guys, my cup is all dry now, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to teach you guys how to actually draw the tie-dye onto your cup. One thing that I did forget to tell you that you are going to need is a yellow marker. That's usually what I start out with, and I go ahead and I draw my line before I put on my paint just to give myself a stencil kind of on the cup. Another thing that I use is obviously water to rinse off my paints and a paper towel to dry off my brush in between. So I'm going to go ahead and start drawing my line on my cup. I usually start my middle swirl directly behind the Built logo. Not that you're going to be able to see it, that's just how I do it. I go ahead and I start in the middle. And I start small, and then I start going a little bit bigger. So I'm gonna go directly over my lines. Every stroke that you do, you want to be a different color. I'm sorry, not different color, different size. So every stroke that you do on top of your line, you want to make it more like that tie-dye look, and tie-dye is never the same. So you always want to make sure it looks a little bit rough, you know. Don't worry about the line showing through right now. I usually go over with a second, sometimes even a third coat just to make it look really vibrant. So it doesn't show up once all of this is finished. So I'm just gonna take my blue and I'm just gonna go right along the yellow. And I'm pretty much just gonna do the same thing with my blue. And like you can see here where the blue is running into the yellow, it's already kind of making a green. So that's what I mean by the yellows mixing together and making those colors anyways. And then when I'm done with this, I'll go ahead and I'll go over top of that part with the green just to make it more vibrant. Okay, and now that I'm done with the blue, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna move on to pink. And just like the yellow and the blue made a green, the pink and the blue are gonna make a purple. So whenever I get finished with that, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna fill in my green, and then I'm gonna do my purple, and then you guys will see. And then the pink and the yellow make an orange. So I'll have to fill in the green and the purple and then the orange. So it's really cool how all these colors kind of come together. And the pink's really easy because all you basically have to do is just fill this in. You don't really have to do as much. And then you can see how the pink and the yellow is already making an orange. So. Kind of triangles on the sides. There was a lot of space in between the lines, so I didn't want to paint the whole thing pink. I just thought it was going to be too much pink. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go back to yellow, and I'm just going to continue out the tie-dye look on the sides. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start on the green. So you don't want to make the in-between colors like super big like you did the other ones. It's just kind of to make those in-between colors pop. I don't really, do like huge strokes or anything. I just kind of go through and just highlight any of the green that I see that the other colors naturally made. My green, like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do my purple. I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna fill in the areas that I kind of naturally made a purple. Just like I did with my green. I'm not gonna make them huge strokes. Just gonna go in between my pink and my blue. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna move into my orange. And this is the last color that I'm gonna be doing. And then that's the last color that you have to do. After that, you can go ahead and you can fill in any spots that you think aren't bright enough for you. There are some spots that I see that kind of need some filling in to do, but I just really wanted to show you guys basically the technique of how to get that tie-dye look on your cup. Alright guys, the paint is all done on the cup. It still needs to be epoxy, but I'm not going to show you guys how to do that. I just wanted to show you how to do the tie-dye look on your cup. I just wanted to let you know that I did not paint the bottom of the cup tie-dye. I feel like whenever I do the bottom, it gets super sloppy and it just looks much better when I choose a solid color on the bottom. Today I chose pink. I just felt it blended in the best, so that's what I decided to do with that. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you all for watching.